Hello everybody, welcome to this video lesson on parallel and perpendicular lines. So for the learning objective at the end of the video, students are expected to use the slope to graph parallel and perpendicular lines. So we will start by saying that if two or more lines are parallel, then their slopes are the same. And so let's go ahead and explore what that means. So let's look at two parallel lines graphed at the coordinate plane. Next, let's plot a set of points on each line so that we could begin to find the slope. So notice that the rise for each slope is going to be 3 units going up, and the run is going to be 5 units. So makikita natin na yung slope for each line is going to be 3 over 5. So now since these lines have the same slope, we can say that they are parallel because they are increasing at the same pace, and therefore by definition they will never intersect. However, if lines are perpendicular, that means that they form a right angle, then we can say that their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. We also refer to this as flip and switch. Flip and switch because we flip or we interchange the position of denominator and numerator, and then we switch or we change the sign because we're getting the negative reciprocal. Okay, so let's look at the set of perpendicular lines on the coordinate plane. Now notice how the green line has a negative slope as it decreases from left to right. So we'll choose points and calculate the rise over run for the green line. So we're rising down 6 units dito sa green line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're moving point to point. The plotted points for the green line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units going down. And then we're moving over to the right, 7 units. So remember na kapag pababa or if it's decreasing, we will have negative. So in this case, we have negative 6. And then going to the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units going to the right. So the slope of the green line is negative 6 over 7. So remember that if the line decreases from left to right, the slope is negative. Since the purple line is perpendicular, the slope is going to be the negative reciprocal. Okay? So therefore, since the purple line is perpendicular to the green line, the slope of the perpendicular line should be the negative reciprocal of negative 6 over 7. So the slope of the purple line is positive 7 over 6. Okay, so let's take a look at the slope of the purple line. So now if we go from point to point, we're rising up 7 units. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units are going up. Yun. And then we will move to the right 6 units. So this negative reciprocal relationship between the slope of two lines will end up in those two lines being perpendicular to each other. Okay, so now let's look onto several examples where we have the opportunity to apply these concepts. So in this graph, we are provided with line S that passes through the points negative 4, 0 and positive 5, positive 2. We're also provided with point J with coordinates -2 and +4. Okay, so now our goal is to construct a line na dadaanan nitong point J at magiging parallel dito sa line S. Now, the word parallel should tip us off to thinking the same slope. So we can go ahead and find the easy way just by calculating the rise over run. So we should notice that moving from point to point, we're moving up 2 units and to the right 9 units. So the slope of line S is 2 over 9. So now we know that our parallel line will have the same slope. So we're going to repeat the slope starting from point to point J by rising up 2 units. So dito tayo sa point J. So mag-rise tayo ng 2 units going up and then move 9 units going to the right. And then plotting a new point. Finally, we need to do is to construct a new line through those 2 points that is parallel to line S with slope of 2 over 9. Okay, let's look at a different example now. Here we have a line T passing through 2 points, -3, -1, and -1, 7. So that's line T. And then we have also point K that is not on line T. And we want to construct a line that is perpendicular to line T that passes through point K. So when we see perpendicular, we need to think negative reciprocal slopes. So first we need the slope of line T. So let's count the rise over run. So it rises how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it rises 8 units up and moving 2 units to the right. So now we should recognize that 8 over 2 can be reduced to just 4. So that means that the slope of line T, the slope of line T is +4. So that means that the slope of the other line should be equal to -4, -1/4 for us to construct a line perpendicular to line T. So all we have to do now is to take that slope and build off of point K by going down 1 unit and then move 4 units to the right for us to plot a new point and drawing a line through them that will be perpendicular to line T and passes through point K.